It's not simply about those hype sneakers, but it's about having the right essentials to keep you always looking fresh no matter what you got on your feet. So with that being said, these are the 10 sneaker essentials that will go ahead and keep your sneaker game on point and keep you fly every single day. Now with that being said, we're going to go ahead and kick this off with essential number one. And essential number one, I probably would not have greeted myself with this a couple months back or a couple years back. But with that being said, essential number one is a classic white sneaker. Now, before you guys go ahead and say anything in the comments, you guys, I know white sneakers are hard to maintain, but I'm telling you guys, if you guys can go ahead and maintain them, and I'm telling you guys, if you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell on my channel, you will definitely be able to maintain these sneakers. I'm telling you guys, white sneakers just have that crisp, fresh, and just elevated look. A little story, you guys. I actually used to hate Air Force Ones back in the day when I was in high school. But now 3 years post high school, I actually grew a love for them. And I actually grew a love for them after high school when I had graduated. I bought me a pair of the white Air Force Ones. And ever since then, I have fallen in love with them. I actually still have the same pair, I'm not going to lie. And that is because I'm able to keep them clean. And my sneaker game is like on point. But with that being said, a pair of classic white sneakers is amazing. You got a pair of Adidas Sambas. You got the OG colorway that has a clean white canvas build on it. You got the New Balance 550s and just all these different type of things. But a clean white sneaker, I'm telling you guys, is a must. It literally works from anything from those casual fits to even those semi-formal looks. But with that being said, a pro tip that I cannot emphasize enough is you have got to keep them clean. That is one of the rules with white sneakers. We can have our sneakers looking like this, because with that, I'm telling you guys, we are not going to be looking fly. And that is not going to be a good essential. But with that being said, keep your sneakers clean, because a dirty white sneaker will definitely ruin the entire outfit. And with that being said, yeah, that is going to be essential number one. Essential number two, you guys, is going to be a versatile black sneaker. Now, with that being said, I feel like a black sneaker is versatile anyway because it is black. I don't know why I worded it that way, but yeah, a black sneaker is a definite easy go-to. You feel me? You got to have these two basic colors in the collection. So with that being said, if you do have one of those days where you just want to throw on something versatile or that can basically roll with anything you got on, this is definitely going to be two great options you can go ahead and throw on. But with that being said, some of the things I can think off the top of my head would be a pair of Vans, maybe a pair of Converse, maybe some Yeezys, the 500s, maybe you want to throw on some Jordan 1s. But with that being said, these are a couple of versatile black options, and a black sneaker basically just gives you the effortless and low maintenance style that basically works for any occasion, as I was saying. So with that being said, this is perfect for when you don't want to stress about matching your fits or matching your kicks to your fits. So with that being said, a pair of black shoes that I have that's versatile is coincidentally the black Air Force Ones. I have the white and the black pair. With that being said, I do indeed have this essential in my collection. But with that being said, we got the statement sneaker. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I'm low-key lacking on this because I don't have my statement sneaker. I feel like if I had to pick a statement sneaker to be in my collection today, right now, it would be like the Off-White Chicago 1s. But them is going crazy. I'm going to show you guys a price tag right now from StockX or something. But them is going crazy. But every sneaker collab or every single collection needs to have at least one of these to go ahead and turn some heads. You feel me? But if you don't have one yet, don't feel like you gotta have one. Everyone gonna have their own timing. But with that being said, whether it's a bold color, a collab, or maybe a unique silhouette, this is just the pair that's basically gonna set you apart, because this is one of those pairs that's kind of unique. Not a lot of people have, and it's gonna be one of those pairs that is definitely gonna make you stand out for sure. But with that being said, it is important when you have these statement sneakers. Now, I do not want to tell you how to dress, but I would definitely say a little tip I do want to throw out there is you can keep your feet or your outfit neutral. Like, keep it kind of like nonchalant, if that makes sense. Like, keep it cool, keep it clean, like maybe a black tee or maybe a white tee, maybe throw on some shorts, some sweatpants, and then let your sneakers do the talking. Because I'm telling you guys, with a pair of like Off-White Chicago 1s or with a pair of like Travis Scott's, I'm telling you, you throw those on, that makes the whole outfit. Like I'm literally telling you guys, as long as you dress it right, don't do nothing crazy, just be real simple, real calm, and it's gonna flow, like for sure. But with that being said, our third essential is that statement sneaker. Going on to number 4, and I can't lie, Number 4 and number 1 kind of mix together for me. And let me know if you guys have any essentials that kind of mix and down below in the comments. But number 4 is you got to have a reliable beater sneaker. Now my Air Forces, the white ones, have turned into beater sneakers, unfortunately. But I'm not going to lie, even if I had like a lot of money to be buying sneakers, that still would be my everyday beater sneaker because it's pretty affordable. You can wear it with a lot of different outfits, and it's just one of those sneakers that's very interchangeable, versatile, and just all those different type of things. With that being said, some like things that I can think about like that remind me of kind of like that reliable beater sneaker. When I think about school, it'd be like a pair of Vans. You can get you a pair of Converse. You can get you a pair of Dunks for sure. Like these are just all examples of reliable beaters that I have seen in my experience. But with that being said, you always need that go-to pair to go ahead and don't mind about beating up. Because, you know, we all have those days where we're just trying to chill. We're not really trying to ruin our sneakers, and we're just trying to have a good time. But with that being said, this is something that definitely needs to be comfortable and stylish. So if you do need some more comfortable options or like some more inspo, I'm telling you guys, I am the comfortable or the most comfortable connoisseur. So with that being said, go ahead and check the playlist up here. I'll give you a bunch of different videos on some of the most comfortable sneakers, maybe see over the other best slides and just other things like that. But with that being said, this is just a pair that you don't have to even worry about scuffing or just getting ruined. With that being said, for all my active people out there, and if you're not active, man, get active in 2025. We're trying to reach that full potential. But with that being said, the essential number 5 is a gym sneaker. Maybe if you don't go to the gym, this can be a running sneaker. Maybe it can be a walking sneaker. Maybe you're on your feet all day. This can basically be like, I would say, just that sneaker that is used for more of those active activities. With that being said, a couple of sneakers that I can think about would be the Adidas Ultra Boost 1.0. I have talked about this a bunch in my most comfortable list, a very comfortable sneaker. And it has actually been noted by a bunch of different sneaker heads in the community. So that being said, this is definitely a credible sneaker. You can go ahead and grab you a pair of on-running sneakers. The Hoka Bondi 8 is a great one too. The Hoka Bondi 8. I say that name wrong all the time. But with that being said, please do not wear a pair of Air Jordan 1s or Air Force 1s to the gym. I mean, anyways, it's on you, whatever you wear. But I definitely would not say it's ideal just because of the way the shoes are built. But with that being said, to each their own, I definitely will not tell you what to put on. But with that being said, a grid training sneaker definitely is going to keep you comfortable and it gives you that support that you need. So with that being said, I would definitely say choose wisely when it comes to those gym or just active like lifestyle type of sneakers. Now, essential number 6. We're halfway through, you guys. And essential number 6 is going to be a sneaker cleaning kit. Now, I have a video that can literally just wipe this out the water and completely make this easy for you guys, and it will allow you to spend $0 on the sneaker cleaning kit. So with that being said, if you do want to go ahead and tap in with that, go ahead and click the info card up here somewhere on top of the screen, where I'll give you guys a game on how you guys can go ahead and clean your sneakers using Allen products, which will cost you $0, you guys. As long as you guys have a toothbrush, a paper towel, some water, you are straight and will be able to clean your sneaker. But if you do want to go ahead and invest in a sneaker cleaning kit, you can go ahead and invest in Crep Protect. You got some sneaker wipes, and there's all these different sneaker cleaning kits. You can find them on Google. Simply just search up sneaker cleaning solution, maybe like a foam kit or just something, and you'll definitely find it. And if you guys do want me to, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will include them in the description. But I realize you guys haven't really been like clicking my links and checking the products, so I'm just kind of figuring out what you guys want. So that being said, definitely go ahead and let me know. But yeah, essential number 7, the divine number 7. We got no-show or crew socks. Now, this kind of differs on a lot of different people. I wear a lot of high socks a lot of the time, but I do like my fair share of crew socks and no-show socks. But with that being said, socks matter more than you think, and the no-shows give you that clean look, and also the crew socks give you that streetwear vibe. So with that being said, it all depends on your style, whatever you're wearing. It kind of is very situational. But with that being said, obviously those no-show socks will be better with like maybe a pair of loafers, or at least for my case, it'll be better for loafers. And maybe those crew socks will be better. Maybe if I was hooping maybe, or, you know, it just depends on what I'm really feeling like during the day. But number 8, you guys, getting closer and closer to number 10. And I'm telling you guys, number 10 is going to be a mixed with number 9. So you guys stay tuned for number 10. It's going to be a banger. With that being said, number 8 is sneaker storage and organization. This is very important in keeping your sneakers clean. This is part of sneaker care. But with that being said, if you do care about your sneakers, you want to keep them organized, and stacking them in the corner is not a move. You got to make sure we go ahead and keep them in a nice place, a nice clean place that they won't be messed with. Because the worst thing about having sneakers in an uncontrolled environment is the simple fact that we don't have the control. Now, if you go ahead and have the control to yourself and put them in an environment where you can actually supervise that, just know it's in a spot that they can't be messed with, this is definitely the best way that I'll go about it. But with that being said, you have a bunch of different storage options. You can go ahead and invest in maybe those clear cases. You can go ahead and get some shoe racks, some shelves, or whatever you may prefer. Now, with that being said, number 9 and number 10, the mixed one I was talking about, I got sneaker fresheners and shoe trees. Now, these actually could have been split, but I decided to kind of put them together. Just kind of makes things easier, and I feel like they're two topics that are really easy for me to talk about. So with that being said, first off, nobody likes sneaky sneakers. And actually a story I have about this, my actual dad used to have some sneaker balls back when I was in school. He used to put sneaker balls in his shoes. Y'all let me know if y'all know somebody used to use sneaker balls, but that was like one of the first stories I just thought about. But with that being said, I feel like I've never had a problem with sticky feet or just sticky sneakers. I don't know if I'm biased. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that comment. Y'all let me know if y'all feel like y'all have sneaky feet. But yeah, fresheners keep them feeling or smelling fresh and clean. And the shoe trees basically help prevent those creases. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen these in the mall. They're actually placed inside of the sneaker, and they kind of like keep the overall build of the actual shoe. So with that being said, that is essential 8 and 10, and these are actually two small investments that make a huge difference in keeping your sneakers fresh at all times. Now, if you want to go ahead and take your sneaker game to the next level, these 10 essentials are a must. So with that being said, if you got some game, if this was helpful, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe button for some more sneaker tips. And also go ahead and drop a comment with your go-to sneaker essential. Go ahead and put us on game and let us know. And now, if you want some examples on some of these sneaker essentials discussed in this video, go ahead and click here for some direct links. I'll see you in the next one.